Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here, giving you guys an update for Pick 3 Indiana. I want to share with you guys something. I was re-looking at some of the patterns we did for our Friday night live stream with our members, and when I went back, just looking at key digit pairs, popped off some of the hottest patterns that I overlooked. So I want to share with you right now what to look for, some hot areas where some numbers could really be. Now, I have to tell you, I can't guarantee hits on the channel or in the membership, so make sure you guys are practicing on paper first, okay? Before you start hitting the stores. Make sure you do that. The other thing that you have to do is start to track daily. Backtrack so you can see how these patterns are forming. Now, they are not guaranteed, but I want you to pay attention to these key digit numbers, helping you guys where to locate hot numbers, okay? So we're gonna actually backtrack. I wanna share with you guys how you got your latest hits. We'll kind of go backwards a little bit so you see how the formation goes. May 31st evening for Indiana was a hit of 229, okay? We're gonna actually go back about 2 days. We're gonna look at that midday draw, 349, okay? And I'm going to show you where the hit came off using that draw. All right, so May 29th midday for Indiana, 349 hit. As you notice, we're using a 1 2 3 rundown. Okay, so pay attention to that. Feel free to switch out your rundowns to see what rundown may be working better for your state, especially using key digit pairs. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about how to put one of these rundowns together. The first thing you have to do once you lock in your last hit is you have to add each of these numbers down the columns. So the first column would add 1 all the way down. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. Only use your 0, your ones place. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So the number you start with will be the number you end with, okay? Then you would add 2 all the way down your second column, 3 all the way down your third column, all right? So once you have everything put together, I want you guys to pay attention to your doubles and your mirrors. But the key thing is they should be key digit numbers. Let's start talking about what key digit numbers are, okay? Key digits. 0s, 5, 2, and the number 7. When I see these numbers, sometimes they're in double format, mirrored, but when they're together, sometimes these states are pushing special patterns, and every state is different. So make sure you look at all my videos to pay attention to where these patterns are forming for your state, okay? All right. So again, those key digits, 0, 5, 2, and 7. So let's start talking about the double. We have a double 2 2 right here. Pay attention because either they're using those key digits, it's 2, or they're going to split up that pair. Okay? Either they're going to use the 2 2 or they're going to use like a 2 6. Okay? So I want you to pay close attention to how we're going to break that down. All right? So if you're looking here, 2 2, because they're key digits, could tell you either that 2 2 could be coming or the 2 6 pair could be coming. Okay, one thing I noticed about the third number, they're winged out, so either going downward like 229 or upward 223. Okay, all right. If they're using the 2 6 pair, they're going either 261, perhaps 263. I may have to get another marker. Okay. So I want you to pay attention to those numbers, okay? We were using just our key digits. We saw them in the form of a double, okay? And if you notice here, 2 days later, May 31st, 229 hit. Yep, 229. Pay attention to these patterns. I want to show you a couple more, okay? So you can start to understand why you need to make sure that you're backtracking so that you can start spotting patterns. I was doing so many states, I totally overlooked the 1 2 3 rundown. This stuff was just sitting in my face, and I said, you know what, let me get on here and let me share a little something. Okay, now sometimes they may not use the actual key digit doubles. They may use a part of it. Okay, let me show you what happened, how we got this 995 here. Okay, you paying attention, right? I'm going to show you guys. We're going to go back a day. I'm going to look at the 677 rundown. Now, this was cool because it had key digits 77 and key digits 50. But I noticed something with Indiana. Pay attention to your left side. That could be the hottest if you're choosing. They could switch up, but pay attention. All right, so we're going to look to the left side. Now, we do have a double 5. Got that 5. I'm going to show you how they use mirrors. Now, what are mirror numbers? Mirror numbers are the same number. They're just opposite of each other. Okay, so let's talk about that. So notice the 5 here, but they have a 05. They're actually the same number. They're called mirrors. So when you see them, a 0 could be a 5 or 5 could be a 0. There are other mirror numbers, like 1 could be a 6 or 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. Okay, so pay attention to that. So on your grid, make sure you use both. Okay, so if you're looking at numbers, like for instance, the 05 or 59 pair, but they can also pull a 55 or 54 pair. Pay attention. If you want to eliminate numbers, you're going to have to figure out what they're using more of. Good luck. Okay, but for right now, we're just going to use the mirrors. We're going to break it down just to show you how you would just put those together. Okay, so 05 or 59. So we can go 056, going up the opposite side, 052. If we're going 95, we're going to go up the opposite side, 959, 951. Okay, and again, if you want to use 551, 557, you could. If you wanted to do a 454 or 456, you could. Okay, and that would give you your possibilities using the doubles and the mirrors. What actually hit? 995. Look at that. 995. It hit the next day. Sometimes they could take a couple of days, so you have to be careful with this. Okay, there's more. I told you when I started backtracking, I said, oh my goodness, and look at the pattern formations. All right, so let's go to, I want to show you where they got the 420 from. We went back 2 days. May 28th, there was a hit of 120. Notice the key digits on the left side as pairs, 5 and 0, 0 and 0. Those are our key digit numbers. And when they're in pairs, whether they're doubles or mirrors, pay attention, Indiana. Okay, I totally missed this. I don't know how I missed this. And I went back and I said, oh my goodness. Excuse me. I told you guys, hits are sitting in front of our faces. We just got to track them. But I will give myself some grace because I did do a lot of states and we had a full Friday night. I hope you guys join the membership so you can join those live streams. All right. So anyways, so just taking the 50, we can just do like 5, 509, 505. Oop, wrong one. 509, 505. We can go 204 or 206. And then of course you can do your doubles. Oh, my stuff is running out. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, 402 again, May 30th evening hit. And that was the number we needed, 204. Okay. Same thing happened with the 120. Look at this. And this one came that same day. May 28th, 084. Look at the key digits, 22. They're together on the left side. So when you break them down, you can go 021, 023. Well, that 021 hit. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Y'all better pay attention. All right. Well, anyways, I hope that you will pay close attention to your key digit numbers when they're together. Other states, they're doing stuff. We just have to figure out what pattern formations they're coming to. Okay. Well, anyways, give your girl a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.